And I don't know why this happens, but about the time we start to make that argument about, well, let's preach, let's not follow the lectionary, let's do topical preaching, right? And then the lectionary comes up with the reading that they have for today, which is found in the 10th chapter of Matthew, beginning with the 40th verse. This is Jesus talking. We are intimately linked in this harvest work. Anyone who accepts what you do accepts me, the one who sent you. Anyone who accepts what I do accepts my Creator, who sent me. Accepting a messenger of God is as good as being God's messenger. Accepting someone's help is as good as giving someone's help. You want to hear that one again?
Sure.
Accepting someone's help is as good as giving someone help. This is a large work that I have called you into, but don't be overwhelmed by it. It's best to start small. Give a cool cup of water to someone who is thirsty, for instance. The smallest act of giving and receiving makes you a true apprentice, and you won't lose out on a thing. Amen. Amen. All right, so there's 2 points to this message this week, which means it should be a short message, right?
No.
How much ink you got in that pen?
Enough.
Okay. All right, here we go. The first point. For all of those people that watch you standing out on the street corner and evangelizing, stop it. For those people who think that the only way that you can live a great Christian life is to go out and start saving souls by preaching to them about being saved, stop it. That is not the gospel. The gospel says, if you go out and do what I taught you to do, and you are received, that's all you need to do. Now, I know that there are people that I know that say, well, Pastor, I'm not very good at talking this God stuff. Okay. You don't have to be. Give somebody a drink of water. Give somebody a pair of socks. Give somebody a hygiene kit. Give somebody a break. Amen.
Amen.
We now live in a world where there's this whole segment of society that's taken over on the other side that says you got to earn everything, and that's all fine and good. That's the capitalistic way. But by God, if you're going to do that, you've got to give somebody a break. It means that you've got to be willing to give. So the first point and the first lesson of this passage today is the evangelical Christians that are out there screaming at everybody to fall down on their knees and become born-again Christians. Stop it! It's not the gospel. The gospel wants you to get out there and work. Amen? The grace is that you get to do the work of God. Amen? Yeah, let them come on to me. I've been fighting with a bunch of conservatives now for the last 2 weeks. So if what I just said is all that controversial, fine. And now, people who watch this video, if you're in the city of Atlanta, you need to listen to what's coming next. The next part of this is, how do we do this? We major in minors, folks. We make this too damn hard. Amen? We got to sit there, we get it in our head. Well, I can't do that because, I don't really like them. Well, they haven't done, well, if they wouldn't have did what they did.
They're not doing the work.
And they wouldn't be in the trouble that they're in. Amen? If they just did it this way. If you just give up your life and give yourself to Jesus. That is what Jesus said. For those who want to quote the Bible verbatim, all right, let's quote it. Keep it simple. Give a drink of water to somebody who's thirsty. And by the way, that does not mean that you need to come up with rules and regulations to give them a damn drink of water. Now, this is why I want the people in Atlanta paying attention to this video, because you all need to feel sick. Y'all need to feel guilty. This city may pride itself on the idea that it is too busy to hate, but I damn well guarantee you it is too busy to care. Now, Pastor, what has you so inflamed? Well, let me tell you what has me so inflamed. And that's why this passage is perfect. We had come over to First Christian Church this week a woman who is 33 years old, and she is about 8 months pregnant. She has 3 children, ages 6, 5, and 1. She left the person who got her pregnant because he was beating the hell out of her. Man was a crazy man. And she moved in with her mother. And it turns out that her mother, sadly, is not much better mentally. And so she left to save her kids. And she came to us and said, help. Now, I'm going to tell you something, people of Atlanta. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and today is Sunday. There is not one door that opened up for this woman. Not one. There's nobody that said, okay, let's get these kids off the street. There is nobody that said, well, we could kind of sidestep this because she's about to have a child. And you know when she has that child, she's going to lose these other 3 kids to defects and try to get them back. Yes, I'm speaking truth. And don't anybody write me or tell me, oh, well, Pastor, she should have planned. BS. She is a victim of a domestic violence. Now, you know what one organization told me? We get them on the phone, and I have been told by anybody who's anybody in this metro area, if anybody can help you, these are the people that can. Hang on to the table because you're going to fall off. I got them on the phone, and the first thing they said to me is, well, Pastor, we don't have any room. Gee, where have we heard that before? Mary and Joseph, maybe? You know, Mary and Joseph could come into the city of Atlanta and could not find a place to stay except maybe under a bridge. And they can't do that because that's illegal. So the first thing they tell me is they don't have any room. The second thing they tell me is that in order for them to even fill out their stupid little form, they have to be able to document 4 instances of homelessness in the last 3 years.
Oh, geez.
Or they have to document 1 year of homelessness. I said to this person on the phone, pardon me, ma'am, but if this lady had been homeless for a year, these 3 kids would have been dead. To which she says to me, Reverend,
Not my problem.
those are the rules from HUD. Hi, I'm from the government, and I'm here to help.
That's when you better tighten up.
Atlanta, you need to wake up. There are people dying. You know, there are people that have told me, you know, they spent the week telling me that there was a special place in hell for me because I was leading you all to hell. You know, right? Okay, well, let me put this on the other side of the coin. You might want to take responsibility for the fact that there are people homeless and you're not doing a damn thing to get them off the street. Except making it difficult. And that's because we have completely blown past what it is that Jesus said to do. It is really simple. Here's a drink of water. And if you're thinking this morning that this particular sermon is angry and that the pastor is pissed,
Yeah, you're right.
you got it. It is as righteously angered as I have ever been. Put in your head this morning, folks, a 33-year-old woman, 8 months pregnant, children of the age of 6, 5, and 1. And there's not one place, not one, in the metro area that can give them a home. There is something wrong with that. God bless you.